let's have another bit of a session on the chart here. Been out fishing quite a bit lately. Springtime, pilchards have moved in. The snapper are starting to move in, and there's some areas where they've moved into first. So let's have a look where I've been fishing and what I've been experiencing lately. Not all the information is direct from me. Some of it is from reports of people who I know and trust with the reports. So the first area where there's been some really big fish caught, you know, fish up to 10 kgs, lots of 8 kgs, 9 kgs. When you can get out there, it's around this area here. You can find a work up here. It can just be a few birds, just a bit of action. Drop down below and you've got a really good chance of catching big snappers. You know, they're there now. What's been working? Candy apple jitterbug. Seems to be the go in this area. 80s, 100s, get out there. Especially with a northerly wind like it is tomorrow morning with an incoming tide. So everything's flowing this way. I reckon tomorrow morning, if you can get out here, it'll be boomer. When I say tomorrow morning, that's going to be Thursday. But anytime northerly or light northerly starting to build, incoming tide, during spring, get out to this area here. That's certainly firing with really big fish. A bit closer to home, Waiheke here, and this kind of area here, Derville Rocks, Gannett Rock, off Oneitangi, in this triangle here, in the afternoons, there's been work-ups, lots of pilchards, lots of bait stacked up in the area, and pan-sized snapper. Once again, jitterbugs. You can go down in size here. You can go use 60s and 80s. Around here, it's orange golds, leopard pinks, and candy apple have been working. So that area's been good as well. And it's been in the afternoons. So probably in a couple of days, it'll be the mornings. Because remember, the bite times move on about an hour each day. So if you heard someone say, you know, it was firing here at 2 o'clock, the next day it should be about 3. And it moves an hour forward from then. Another area I've seen happening on my way out on Tuesday, this area here, just south of Tiri, was holding gannets, dolphins, pilchards and workups. So I stopped for a little bit, but I just not for very long because I wanted to carry on to where I was going to. And where I've been going to is this area here, behind Motuora, behind Motukettiketi, in this inner channel area, which is nice and sheltered from a westerly and a northwesterly. So I went there on Tuesday when it was, you know, blowing, and it was nice and calm in here, and there's a lot of bait stacked in here. So if you can hit it right, hit it when they're feeding, you're in for a good chance of big snapper. This seems to be an area that big snapper like, more so than the pennies. So if you're targeting big ones, check it out here. Further into Whangaparoa Bay, this whole area is stacked with bait, dolphins, gannets. I'm finding out in the area that's a bit deeper, like 22 metres plus, they're the sporadic workups, which, you know, the way to catch the fish here is chase them down, get ahead of them, drop your lures down where the birds have dived in. Maybe it's just a few birds in there, real short workups, and you pull a few out, then you have to move to the next one. So you kind of bunny hop, you know, between the workups. And then I came further in here, and this is where the bigger workups seem to be. More gannets, more dolphins, lasting longer and more intense, but the fish was smaller. And there was a few kahawai mixed in as well. So this area here has been firing well also. Jitterbugs once again, pinks and oranges. And I got to tell you about my mate Captain Damo, who, you know, I was up here fishing the other day, gave him a call. He said, why don't you try the mussel beds between Motuora and Saddle Island? So around this area here, there's some horse mussel beds. And what do you know? We drift down this line here and we picked up a few fish. So there's a nice tip from Captain Damo on diversity charters. What else? Well, that's it for the moment. Oh, flat rock. So at this time of year, early spring, you often get a few days of the workups going mad here. And if you can be there when that's happening, I can almost guarantee you, if you can find the workups on these foul areas, there's going to be big snappers there. The big spring males, they move in first. They like to go here, you know, and they like to go here. And they like to go to that spot off Coromandel. Those are the spots to go after the big ones. and the signs are looking really good, and the big ones are being caught now. So it's that time of year to go and target big snappers underneath the birds. Use jitterbugs. Don't use lures that might break with little tiny hooks that might bend, because when you get the fish of a lifetime, you want to make sure that your gear does not fail. What else is happening? Oh, this weekend the slow pitch flip it jigs are coming. So next week, look out for the Ocean Angler flip it jigs going into stores. They're dynamite in the workups as well. Lots of fun. Make sure you got the right rod. So look out for that. And thanks for watching.